Oh, Lord, if you knew how many times I've started and stopped this video. Sorry about my hair. Sorry the comments are still turned off. Still have that cyberbully problem. You know, what can I do? Some people just don't grow up. And it's just easier to have comments turned off until this person gets a life. Yeah, so there's that. Sorry that this is a crappy movie review. I am not Channel Awesome material. As much as I adore Channel Awesome, especially like the Dom and Count Jacula and Horror Guru and Ask Lovecraft, and I kind of like Cinema Snob, but he doesn't review movies that I've actually seen. And same thing with the Nostalgia Critic. The only thing that he's reviewed that I'm actually nostalgic about is the Monster Squad. You know. But I love you guys anyway. You guys do great work. You know. Sorry, Brad. Sorry, Doug. But, you know, it's just that I haven't seen 99% of the movies that you guys review. So I saw the Ghostbusters movie. Going with the thought in mind that no matter how bad this reboot is, it cannot possibly be as bad as the Star Trek reboots. Which the Star Trek reboots are god-awful. I am sorry, but they are sexist, racist, and homophobic. They are. I mean, when you really look down at the choices that they make and the writing and everything, Gene Roddenberry should be coming back as a poltergeist and strangling everybody involved with these movies, all right? They're just terrible. They're terrible movies. That being said, the Ghostbusters movie is a misogynistic pile of puke. All right, it is. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is with writers, why they cannot write women realistically or right, okay? Women and men are not that different. You know, it's that whole, if you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? God knows I do, because I am insanely ticklish, okay? If you ever want to beat me in a fight, just tickle me, all right? I'll be down on the ground screaming with laughter. But, you know, we're not that different from men. You know, we just are conditioned differently by society and media and stuff, admittedly. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're still, you know, pretty much, you can write men and women pretty much the same. We're just human beings, all right? And there's a lot of misogyny, like with her worrying about her clothes. You know, the character Erin, I should say. Probably the most misogynistic thing, though, is the way she reacts to Kevin, all right? I do not care how good-looking a guy is, okay? We are way past the days where somebody who is actually highly intelligent, like Marilyn Monroe was, because she was a voracious reader and she was actually highly intelligent, we are past the days where a woman has to pretend to be stupid to empower men, all right? And that's what, you know, Erin is like, oh, you're so pretty and I'm so dumb. You know, okay, I'm sorry, a woman with half the IQ of that character would, after 30 seconds, say, you know what, Kevin, you're good looking, but you're an incredible idiot. You're obviously the product of inbreeding. Get out. There's no way a woman would put up with that. I mean, 99% of men don't put up with that, okay? For all the eye candy and stuff, especially in a work environment, men are actually going to prefer a woman who is smart at her job and not somebody who's going to cost them billions of dollars because she's an idiot. All right? Same thing with women and good-looking men. If you find Chris Hemsworth good-looking, I don't. I mean, he's okay and, you know, in a baby brother sort of way, but I prefer somebody like Rufus Sewell or Peter Capaldi, you know, when it comes to men, some, you know, in that age range and those looks. You know, Barry Manilow, say what you want. Physically speaking, he's somebody that I would find attractive, even though I am gray ace. So, just because I'm attracted to somebody doesn't mean I want them. I may just want to go fishing with them, because I love to fish. So, yeah, no, I'm sorry. the writing itself is horribly misogynistic in many ways. A lot of people are trying to claim that there's no fat jokes, okay? Because Melissa McCarthy, all right? She's a large woman like myself. But notice how she's the only one that complains about food in this movie, all right? I am sorry. You know, if you had given the skinny girls the whole one wonton, one shrimp thing, I could have overlooked it because, yeah, that is a legitimate complaint. But giving those jokes to the fat girl, all right? Giving those complaints to the fat girl, giving the whole Patty bringing in a sandwich and saying, we brought you a sandwich so you wouldn't pick on ours. Guess what, people? They're very subtle. They are very subtle, but they are fat jokes. Trust me, I'm fat. Look at me. Look how large I am. All right? I know a fat joke when I hear one. I am not reaching here. Those are fat jokes. You know, and just because they have one conversation over pizza where they don't bring up dieting or anything does not mean that they've thrown out the entire dieting stuff. Because, I mean, look, later on, when her character, Abby, is trying to bring up good things about the world, what does she say? Soup. Soup. She brings up food. She doesn't bring up music, books, pets, people who love you, because no matter how horrible you are, there's always at least one person who loves you. You know, the way flowers smell, the way grass feels on bare feet. You know, even just going to the bathroom can be a great pleasure if, like, you've been unable to go for a while. So, no, what does she bring up? She brings up soup. Guess what? That's a fat joke. Because they gave it to the fat girl. Patty is the only saving grace of this movie. I mean, they have the weird kooky character whose name I can't pronounce. Patty, oh my God, Leslie Jones. I love you. I love you, Leslie Jones. All right. If there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I want to be on your team. And she deserves such a better movie than this. I want to see Leslie Jones taking down vampires and werewolves and zombies and kicking Frankenstein's butt. And I don't mean the creature, because the creature is not Frankenstein. Frankenstein is the doctor, okay? Let's see Patty, well, not Patty, Leslie. Let's see her take on eldritch abomination straight out of H.P. Lovecraft, all right? Let's see. That would be amazing, all right? I bet she could kick Cthulhu's butt, all right? She'd rip his wings off. She's the only saving grace of this movie. You know, amazing woman. Beautiful and talented, and I love her. I love her. I love her commercials. I love the whole Naked and Afraid Celebrity Edition with Peter Dinklage SNL skit that she did. That woman is, she's fabulous. I probably should cut this short because we're almost at the 10-minute mark, but she's the only saving grace of this movie. So, in the end of the day, Ghostbusters movie, misogynistic pile of puke, but still way better than the Star Trek reboots. Bye-bye.